You're right. They were trying to mess up my compass. Now, let's talk. Now, I want y'all to see something about the light. The light is so luminous, not illuminous. Okay? The light is so luminous, meaning that it is containing aluminum. Okay? Aluminum particles until you can just see a haze all over this video. I'm starting to see a lot of that when you're standing in light outside, or the light is coming in or whatever into your home, wherever you are, and you're doing video. You can see an illumination, not an illumination, all over your videos. You could just see it. So I want you all to see how this is affecting us. It's, can't you just see this huge haze all over this place because the light is coming in? But if you were to close your curtains and cut the light on, okay, you wouldn't see this luminous haze. That's the best way I can, or a luminous ray. A lot of things are changing and people are not paying attention to it. We're paying attention to things that won't benefit us. Because, see, wherever our attention span is, okay, your energy is lifting that particular thing that you're concentrating on, is lifting it up. So that's why you have to be mindful of where you are focusing your intentions, okay, or attention. They go hand in hand. See? So you wonder why you are not producing those things that are conducive for yourself, the things that you desire. It's because the attention, which turn into intentions, is focused on mostly what? The matrix. When we take our time out to what they call gossip, chitty chat about something that is going on reality TV, or something that is going on a movie, or something that is going on in social media, what we are doing is energizing, like I said, the matrix. Because as one of these guys said here on one of his videos, but I care not to call his name, you are becoming the energy source for this matrix. And as I said, I am getting ready to give and donate every piece of clothing that I have in my closet to a thrift store, or a Goodwill, or a Salvation Army, so that I can only own clothes that are created by myself or someone else. But I hear what you're saying already. Well, the cloth is already, produced by some of the same people. That's true. But what I want to do is to create my own look. So still what I'm doing is working for me. I just Want y'all to just see, just look at these luminous rays. There is some density to this. And I know a lot of people would be like, oh, it's always been like this. No. And it gives this faded image. It's fading the image. Next 10 or 15 years, this whole entire atmosphere will change to a point where it will also alter the human DNA as well as the human appearance. And I'm not even talking about the fact that they're genetically engineering at this point their own race here in the Western Hemisphere and here in the United States of America, or the United Snakes of America. You're going to see a lot of altering in the human's physical appearance. Eventually, many of us will become extinct in the United Snakes, not anywhere else, but in the United Snakes. Because in other places, like places in Europe, people will continue to look alike, to look the same, and in a sense, and people in Africa will look the same. But here, everything, I'm not saying it's not going on there, but here for sure, there's a lot of genetically modified engineering going on. Not only in the food are they changing the molecular structure by giving us fake vitamins like vitamin C and vitamin D3 and other vitamins. They are molecularly changing everything, even in our bodies. They're altering everything in our bodies. So eventually we won't look the same. We'll change. And the fact that food is to contain light, solar light, it won't, not for long, because we have this luminous artificial light that is being created. As I said, it will come a time. The fact that there's a race for alternative fuel, because fossil fuel is becoming, just not even there anymore. Just about every country that it can afford to will be creating their own artificial solar source of alternative fuel. And boy, you talking about a house with greenhouse gases. It will get to a point where you won't be able to live on this planet unless you're living in areas like low areas, like in valleys, or people will resort to going back into caves. Like I said, this is a continuous cycle. This has already happened before. Look at all of the particles. Look. Just look how faded it is. It's not that the camera is all blurred. It's not that. This is the lens is clean and everything. Look at this light. So we definitely have an imbalance in our systems right now, which is causing some of the, what you all are calling the Mandela effects and the alternate realities. I do believe this plays some part in it. It's a lot of things going on that they don't want you to concentrate on, to think about. They want you to continue to feed the globalist. Feed the matrix. Give them your energy. A lot of nanostatic particles in here. Look at that. Now, this may not be going on where you are. You may be able to get sunlight in your home and have a very clear photo or video. I'm only talking about what's going on here in the southern hemisphere in Alabama, because I cannot predict and say what's going on there where you are. But what I wanted to talk about is the fact that, I've been doing a lot of heavy traveling. And, DMT is responsible for most of this, what we call quantum leaping and astral projection, whatever you want to call it. It's secreted from the pineal gland or the pineal eye. I call it the mind's eye. Very powerful, supernatural endocrine system. And not everyone is secreting adequate amount of DMT. Most people who don't tend to resort to taking farms. They may be like Ambien, sleeping pills, or something of that nature, or supplementing with melatonin to, get that sleep, Because people who don't secrete adequate DMT tend to wake up and not feel rested. They can't sleep that well. And people who do not secrete adequate amounts of DMT usually have suicidal ideologies because they can't rest. And there's a number of things that can cause, problems with that pineal gland. But for people who secrete adequate DMT, these are the people that most call shamans, because they are the ones that time travel and time jump. Okay? So, but I'm seeing that I am doing this time jumping up and early in the morning, where at that point you're not releasing DMT. You're at that point secreting serotonin. So, I guess I got a lot of serotonin there. That's another thing, that when people are suffering from mental issues, which they call mental issues, but there are other, spiritual things going on inside that body, inside of that brain center. They resort the psychiatrists resort to prescribing synthetic serotonin, which they think they're synthetic. But there's a lot of controversy that it is not. It's a natural secreting serotonin that they are actually getting from cadavers. Who knows? But my body naturally secretes an abundance of serotonin and DMT, which causes me to travel. Now, in traveling, that's what I wanted to talk about. That last travel I went to, I got some information from someone who's commenting that said that, look, what's going on is they are trying to actually erase some things. Some things that they don't want me to remember, or some things that they don't want me to dwell into anymore. But I am still able to go there. In the pineal gland, that pineal gland, it has everything in it. It's sort of like a navigation center. It has a time clock in it, which helps us to keep up with time. Like I can keep up with time right now. I don't even have to look at the clock and know exactly what time it is. Now, if your pineal gland, you understand, is not functioning at this level or above, because some people have some very high functioning pineal glands, you probably wouldn't have an idea what I'm talking about when I say that I can actually tell you what time it is without actually, looking at any type of device. But people who have very high functioning pineal glands will know exactly what time it is, and they will know exactly what I'm talking about. Also, the pineal gland is a compass. It helps us to actually locate where things are within here. What I mean, you could sit in your space and that in this direction here is where this is, as far as where you may go and go to the grocery store, and where your friend's house is. You kind of have a compass in your pineal gland. Well, what I think what was going on after reading the comment of the person when they say they try to go in and erase who you are and replace who you are, is that something similar to that was going on. As I said, somebody told me that I got a lot of messages off of Messenger about it. They said sound like a tanning bed, and that's exactly sort of like what it felt like. They had me in a tanning bed. It was like, and it was not encased, it was not glassed. It was just, there was something over me, and there was this warm light like there, and it felt really, really good. And I was in there bathing in that light. It was almost like they were trying to recycle me where I was in that reality. And for the second time when I came here, it took me a minute to recover, you understand, myself, my information, my compass, my navigation, because it was plugged in for that particular reality. And I thought it was interesting what the person who was commenting was saying. I really pay a lot of attention to the comments, so please comment if you uh, can, if you'd like to. And I'm going to end this video right here because I have a lot of stuff to do. I got to get myself freshened up, and I don't like that light. That is not natural. I don't like that fuzzy light. It's not right. Those are brand new windows, so I know the windows is not doing it. It'll be interesting to move the sheared white curtains to see what happens when I remove those too. But I even see that on the outside too. I can see it. When I'm outside recording, you all can see it in my video. It's a haze. It's a haze that's created all in my hair to make it seem like everything is hazy and powdery and everything. But if you see it, it's just everywhere. It's everywhere. It's even on my hands. It's just almost like being in another reality. That kind of made it better when I pulled it down a little bit there. Isn't that interesting? As I pull my hand down, go up, it's everywhere. Come down, it diffuses it. Anyways, please rate and subscribe. Okay? I have a place where I have most of my videos. Those wonderful videos that you all were enjoying, they're on Facebook. So if you'd like to take a look at it, and I evaluate you and I think you're a good fit for my Facebook page, then I will definitely let you in. But no cloakers allowed. Bye-bye.